okay? A fan understands that there are second and third string players playing so the coaches can analyze them. A moron says same old Lions after one preseason game.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Number 2, realizes that the team won't play as well without the starters in. A moron sees only the negatives of a fumble and an interception, does not see the obvious improvement in ball placement and velocity of the passes made by the backup quarterback.
That's hilarious.
3, won't call for the coaches or players' heads if the performance is lackluster because they understand the process. 3, will claim the season is over.
It was a lot of morons.
Finally, 4, won't claim the regular season is over or we're going to the Super Bowl after one meaningless game. Wants coaches and players fired after one meaningless outing.
Oh, yeah.
Sadly, there are still human beings that exist like that. Not as many. Trust me, not as many. But there are some that still exist. Try telling that backup linebacker that this isn't important. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like I'm begging you, stop it.
They not gonna do it, and you know they not. But listen, we appreciate your fandom. You know, we welcome any and all fans, but we know what the fuck this is by now. The real ones know. If you know, you know.
So did you see, can you do the elevator thing, JB?
Yeah.
Our guy, J-Raj, Justin Rogers.
Shout out.
The one elevator at Tom Benson Stadium has broken down. We've been told the stairs don't go where we need to get. Not sure any Detroit media will make it to the locker room or Campbell's post-game conference.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
How does that happen?
You know, and the NFL poured like a shitload of money into that stadium not too long ago, too.
Yeah.
And trust me, I know from being there, like especially that line, we've been told the stairs don't go to where we need to go. Do you know where the stairs take you to? Behind the stadium.
Really?
Like literally where you walk in, it takes you like behind the stadium. More going towards, I wish I could, it's almost like where Jack's is, the car wash, like literally right there.
Shout out, Jack's.
That's where the Hall of Fame is.
Oh, wow.
Like the Hall of Fame's right. So you walk out the back door and you're like, oh, cool, I guess I'm going to the, you have to walk like around the stadium to get back down to where the locker room is.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
Oh,
what a
that's
pain
funny.
in the ass. That's crazy.
That's what happens when you go to a glorified high school football stadium. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a really nice stadium. It is.
Yeah, but what did
for a high school stadium?
What did the NFL spend money on then if they put all these renovations into it?
Evidently not elevators.
Yeah, I know, right? That's really one of the only storylines that you can take out of week 1 preseason 1. What the hell is going on with backup quarterback? Because Kyle Allen looked like trash, and then Hendon Hooker just does not look ready to me to take that number 2 spot. So you do wonder if they go out in preseason week 2 and put up the same type of performances. Is Brad making some phone calls at that point?
Now that's the kind of stuff we can talk about.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I don't think that Hendon Hooker's going to make this team. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Just again, honest to God, I'll tell you if I've heard things. That is, I not heard a damn thing. That's reading the tea leaves and really listening to what they say and don't say about Hendon Hooker. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to make the team. Maybe he does. Maybe he's a number 3. I don't know how you could go into the season. And KG, you tell me if you agree or not. I don't know how you could go into the season with this guy as your number 2.
Right, not at this point. And he's not prolific passing the football. Like there's some things that you like about his game. Of course, the thing that the fans are all caught up in is always mobile and things of that nature. But I talked about it last night. His tendency to tuck and run in certain situations, you can tell like it's kind of second nature to him. And that's something that at the NFL level, you cannot succeed with on a constant basis. Like you will get hurt. Just tucking and running every time at the first sign of danger. You got to be able to keep your eyes open downfield. You got to try to be able to make plays when things are going correctly. And he has a good running ability. You do like that about him, but just far too many times it seems like he opts to tuck and run, then try to look downfield and make a play. And that's kind of the rookie type of things that you look at him and say, I don't think he's ready for this spot, because if Jared Goff goes down, there's going to be a lot of stakes on the line. And I don't think that the Lions coaching staff trusts him to this point, and they have no reason to.
I'm a firm believer. I've said this once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Your starting quarterback goes down, your season's over. I understand that is not a hard and fast 100% rule. We've seen other teams do it. That is an exception to a far greater overall rule.
Right.
You know, old school, you can bring up Dave Hostetler did it for the Giants. Obviously, more recently, Nick Foles was able to do it. But how many times have we seen a starting quarterback go down? And that's it. I mean, that's legitimately it in the National Football League. There aren't enough good quarterbacks. There just aren't, okay?
Yeah.
And you can't absorb something like that. But to your point, you know, who's out there? You know, who's sitting at home right now going, nothing's going on, man. Yeah, sure. I was planning on coaching my high school football team this year, but yeah, I'll take a paycheck from the Lions sitting on the. There just aren't a lot of guys out there.
No.
And let's face it, we got to do everything we can to keep Jared Goff healthy, man.
No, because if you get in a situation to where, okay, Goff goes down, but it's only for a few games, I don't think you want to mail the season in, just depending on where you're at. So it's tough, man. And like you said, there aren't a lot of options, because I love Teddy Bridgewater. I appreciate his service to the Lions, and I've been fond of his career, even though he was a Viking. I've always liked Teddy Two Gloves. I don't want to see him back. I really don't.
Here.
Because, I mean, he had to come in the playoffs, and it didn't necessarily look that good to begin with. And he's just at that point that I'm not sure if he can complete a forward pass consistently. So at this point, you got to try to find another option. I do feel like there are better options. Like we talked about the Cleveland Browns on the show last night, and they do have a myriad of quarterbacks that, you know, once Shedeur Sanders wins the job, which we all assume he will, you know, they will have some people to sacrifice. You look at it, Joe Flacco. We brought up Dylan Gabriel, although most of the panel shit on that. You know, but it's options out there, but you do have to kind of find something else than what you were doing before, because so far, like, it doesn't look like Kyle Allen or Hendon Hooker is capable of holding that number 2 spot.
KG, you know there's only one man that can save us.
Who?
There's only one man that can save us.
Sean Hill?
And if JB could put the American flag behind me, maybe that'll give you a hint.
Hulk Hogan?
America's quarterback, Jameis Winston.
Yes.
Go get him.
Yes.
Go get him.
Yes.
No.
Listen, JB, that would
Proud
be at
to
least a
be
week
an
of wearing no
American.
pants. That like on it. Oh, you brought Jameis to the. I would be pantless for at least a week. Oh my gosh.
Why, JB? Why you don't want Jameis, man?
I think it's just his outside off the field
love
antics.
Jameis. I need him.
He's just a little too
please.
much for me.
Inject that in.
He's not my first choice, obviously, and I think I was with you guys last night when you were talking about, hey, Dylan Gabriel could be out, so there's your option right there with Cleveland, but Winston is just not my cup of tea. Like, I'm just not a fan of his. I'm sorry.
For a 2 to 3 game sample size in this offense, I would love to see Jameis.
I'm sorry
Winston
you don't
in this
like
offense.
America, JB. That makes me sad.
I love America. I just don't care for Jameson. I think there's another a Michigan native who has a house here, who actually has somewhere to place this Lombardi trophy that could be here, who is currently in Atlanta right now as a backup.
Oh, I know you ain't talking about that man, are you?
I'm talking about that man who was on quarterbacks. You know.
Oh my God, Spartan Dog, huh? Spartan Dog. Oh, okay. How would you feel? And Sean, you can speak to this because you a State fan. Is Kirk Cousins a realistic possibility as a backup?
I would take him as a backup. I would.
Does he want to be?
Yeah, that's exactly. I would take him as a Kirk Cousins as a starter. I wouldn't want it.
No,
I mean, thanks for the
absolutely not.
memories and all that stuff. And I mean, seriously, he ushered in an era of Michigan State football that, JB, let's be honest, we never thought we'd see that.
True.
He was the start. Connor Cook took it next level.
Oh
you can
my
say what you
God.
want about Connor Cook.
Connor
The man just won. I mean, that's what he did. You know what he was? You know what I loved about Connor Cook? He was so dumb. He was so dumb that he had no memory. When he did something dumb on the previous drive, he just come back.
wipe it.
You know, it didn't mean anything to come. It didn't mean anything to him. Do you know how many
Yeah.
times we saw that? It was unbelievable.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I think we need a
I just
backup
don't think
quarterback.
he wants to be a backup at this point.
No, I don't.